Good evening and a very warm welcome to this week's Kids Voice Box. Well, not very kid anymore, but we've grown out of that. And so it's me, Dan, and Mal tonight. So we do have apologies from Oliver, Jaden and Ben, who aren't here today, but we do want to wish Ben a good luck in his GCSEs.
Good luck, Ben.
And he's going to smash them no matter what.
Yeah.
So
Tell us all about it when it comes in.
Next time he comes in, so we'll get going, yeah?
Well, it's a special show tonight, isn't it, Dan? Because we had the apologies, and it's a fitting day because tomorrow I hand in my notice basically as a manager in grassroots football. So you decided, well, why can't I interview you? Why can't I ask you and talk about why this is happening? Because there's going to be plenty out there who is interested in what we're doing and what we're not doing, to be honest. So take it over, Dan.
Well, first of all, you're going to be handing over Club DXCL towards JFA
That's the one,
Academy,
yeah.
which is a club that associates youth football as well. And Wayne is the manager of one of the other teams.
Yeah, I think he's now the chairman as well of the
He's
club.
the chairman of the club.
Yeah.
So there you go. Wayne's been involved with it. He's close friends with Mal. I think they got involved and they've merged together.
Yes.
So they all joined together to promote Respect, Don't Cross the Line. And you can put your feet up.
And the kids will be wearing Respect on their kits.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fantastic.
Perfect.
And I've got to hand the job down to Sophie. Sophie's the second in command, she's the coach. And she's taking over the team next year. So hopefully they carry on and continue to be successful.
Yeah, great team. We did a little photo shoot, if you've not seen the video. Sophie was there.
Yeah.
I was there with some of the kids. And a nice bunch of lads.
And some fellow referees as well.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
2 other referees. And perfect night, to be fair.
Perfect, you couldn't have done more. Well, the rain at the end, but we got done.
It's England, what do you expect?
That's what it is, you know, referees are used to that weather anyway.
Yeah, I had to do it last night.
There you go.
Right, Mal, my first question for you then is, how well do you think the lads will go further when in the new journey with Sophie and JFA?
Well, the under-8s who were under-7s last year, they moved into under-8s. They're the first to step down from Don't Cross the Line. We'll go into more detail, no doubt you'll have more questions from me on that one. They've moved in already, they're under JFA Betis, right? And they won the first game under that name already, so I should imagine they'll be a very successful team continuing. They've got another extra signing in there to make them even stronger. Now, obviously, when you say what are they going to be doing, I think we counted them just before we come on here, didn't we?
We counted 14.
14 trophies, that's how, over last year. Over the first 2 years. That's not bad for a brand new team under the banner of Don't Cross the Line, which is Club DXCL. Then we've got our under-7s who are moving into under-8s. Now they've really surprised me. This was a team where our under-8s have been established, they were playing together, they got to know each other. Now this is the very first time our under-7s have got together, and we brought them in, and at the start of the season, and the parents will bear with me, the kids were running the wrong way with the ball, the kids didn't know where to pass them, the kids just didn't have a clue basically, and every one of them was charging the ball. Now they surprised me that much, they've gone on to win the Europa Conference League within the North Liverpool JFL in their first season. Now they're also going into a final tomorrow. It's going to be tough, we know that, but in the first year, in the first season, honestly, it's just beyond expectations, what they've achieved, what they've done. So, win or lose tomorrow, I can only turn around and say, the club is very successful, handed it over to Jennings Football Academy, and they're going to be in good hands, because they also have Mark Hawley, who's on the committee there as well, from the County FA. So, that's what I want, and that's what I've looked for, because I wanted to step down, and also Sophie Newman's been brilliant. Second in command, she's going to be running the team. 1 or 2 new players will come into the squad and probably make it a little bit stronger, because you need players. Because when I was looking at today's and at the start of the season, every single one of those players have either been sick or have been away on holiday. So every player has missed games. So we've only got 7 in the team. It's 5 aside. So we've had 2 subs, and sometimes we've only had the bare minimum of 5, and it's a struggle So we probably will, or Sophie will probably get 1 or 2 new signings just to try and balance that out. So they've always got a full team to make it fair for
And
the
to
team.
rotate others.
Yeah, and maintain others, you know, and that's the way it should be as well. So I think we've got a sponsor, HC Sofas, who's going to continue for them, which is great. So you asked me the question, how do you think they'll fare? And I think they'll be successful, and obviously if they can carry on unblemished record for 2 years towards referees, towards each other, they've got a clean slate, and not a bad report at all has gone in over those 2 years about the referee. With the referee, nothing has been questioned, no referee's been questioned with under the banner of Don't Cross the Line. You as a referee, that must be music to your ears.
It is. Luckily, I've not had to come across any reports to put in yet, and I hope it remains that way. I hope the word of respect and Don't Cross the Line spreads out, and all the referees won't have to put any reports in.
Yeah, and as I say, this JFA, honestly, they're putting respect all over the kits. So they're continuing, and that's where I'm going to move right back down towards Don't Cross the Line and do what I'm best at, because the reason, I think you might have more questions. I'm going into one, so we'll, you know, I've answered that one. Any more questions there for me?
Well, yeah, like you say, we're bringing down Club the XCR now, moving forward. In the couple of years' time, would you ever think about starting again and getting more teams to spread the word?
No, probably never, because I've been in grassroots football for over 45 years. That's not run a team, but I have run teams before, got them together, and I still meet the kids who played for me, who are now adults, and their kids are playing football, and they continued with respect, and I still see them out and about, and the kids are gentlemen just like the kids were themselves towards me, and I can't knock that. I think I've left a really, really good mark with them, and sometimes, and maybe one day I'll get these kids in who used to play for me, who are adults, and tell me about their children and what they're doing. But honestly, when I meet the kids, they come up to me, they're really, really well-mannered and excellent footballers as well, and I've seen 1 or 2 of them in play. So it tells you that we can continue to do what we're doing. I started this club, Don't Cross the Line, to portray this message. So anyone who's seen the kits that we had, the brilliant kits, it was always Don't Cross the Line, respect all over them. And the kids, and we told them, and we met with the parents, and we explained. Don't get me wrong, Dan, over those 2 years, I have had run-ins with 1 or 2 of the parents because they dictate, tell you what to do. But because of who we are and what we do with Don't Cross the Line, 1 of those and 2 of those parents have suddenly moved on. And that's with myself, Colin, who's on the committee as well.
Yeah.
We decided they're not good enough for Don't Cross the Line, and we will not tolerate any questions, not towards the referee, this is towards the management. What do you believe? So before it went to the referee, we've asked them to leave, and 1 or 2 of them have stayed away from the game, left the children playing. They got the message, and I think that's the way to be, because we don't want to see any referee like yourself being afraid to come out and referee a game because that team's well known for bad parents or bad management. We just iron that out, and that is part of it. It's a sorry end, because I really did want to continue, but you can't get the people in to do all the admin.
No,
the admin is a nightmare, and it stops me doing for what I do best, and that's Don't Cross the Line. Even though I've got fantastic relationships with all the parents, the kids especially, every one of them know me, we talk together, you know, and they'll see me under the new club's banner as well, working hard, and I'll be talking to them and seeing that they're faring all right, and I'll be working closely with the committee of the new club as well.
Well, obviously you're saying no, you're not going to start any clubs. So why did you fold Club the XCL to pass on to Jennings Football Academy?
Yeah, and I went ahead of myself there just before. The reason I folded is due to the likes of some parents, but mostly all admin. The admin, the work that you do within grassroots football. Many years ago when I started kids football, it was never like this. It was always where you handed a scorecard in, the league passed you this card, you wrote all the names down on there, you give the scores on that card and you handed it in, and that was brilliant. And then you got home and then the league secretary did your fixtures and passed them out, and it worked like clockwork. Now with the FA and the whole game system taking over everything, we as managers, as volunteers, as coaches have to do the admin after each game. Now they've also added all the league admin onto the managers and coaches as well, because now after the game you have to feed in all the scores towards the FA, who was captain, who scored the goals, half-time scores, and to me as a volunteer I've got better things to do, to be honest. Once I've just done all my voluntary work getting the kids to play, because these coaches and managers, honestly, some will like doing it, paid coaches will like doing it because at the end of the day that's what they're paid for, but volunteers who are going out there and turning around and saying, wow, why do we have to put all this in? Why is this admin work unbelievably tough? Well, not tough, probably easy, but it's time consuming, and it's time consuming that I haven't got. I have to do what I'm doing with the Don't Cross the Line, which is voluntary, with a community interest company, which is the next best thing to a charity. We're not a charity, but everything that we do goes back into the community, as you're sitting there as well, Dan, as a young commentator, and this is what we try to achieve, and we try to give the kids a voice as well. But when we look at it all in the bigger picture, that explains everything why I am packing it in, because of the admin, to the fines, to the courses the managers have to do, because I think every course that a manager and a coach has to do should be free for a volunteer. I don't think, even referees, the young referees, I do believe there's a lot of money going into governing bodies which they can get funded and say, do you know, there you go. And I agree with DBS checks and safeguarding checks 100%, but I don't agree with the cost and the money that managers have to fork out of their own pockets and pay. And when they have a disciplinary, it's a lot more money as well. And the big one is failing to control your parents with all the governing bodies. Now, I can't, do you know, there's some brilliant coaches out there and managers, they do not know what their parents are going to do. And if they've got to turn around and say, failing to control, what did he do, throw a net over them? How did he stop them shouting and screaming? And that is an easy fine, that is easy money to go in the pockets of governing bodies. And I think it's unfair, I really, really do. So that is part of the reasons why I want to stand down. And I want to see stats as well. And stats aren't coming out from the governing bodies. No stats should say, when a referee puts a report in, and I support the referees as you know yourself, what are the figures towards a referee? Who wins that case? Is it the referee? Is it the coach? I'd like to see the figures, and I think if money's being taken out of grassroots football for teams, those figures should be shown to everyone across the country. And I just think the coaches and the managers are getting a raw deal, to be honest, by leagues, by governing bodies, and this is why. And my son, Michael, who's stepping down as well, because he's seen it, he's had enough. He just wants to be a parent now, and he wants to watch my grandson, which is his son, just to play football and get on with the game. So there's two managers who have stepped down this year because of admin and because of the consequences that goes on.
The admin obviously involves communicating with subs, match days, training throughout the week as well. It is very time consuming, as you say.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable because and plus the fact, these WhatsApp groups where you've got to feed the messages back left, right and centre to all the parents.
As well as doing stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, so you're 24/7, and I've got a job, as you know yourself, I'm a support worker, and that to me, and I still get calls left, right and centre, and people wanting friendlies, people wanting this, and you're thinking, no, it's brilliant, it's great for the kids, but if there's people out there who want the jobs, fantastic, you know, and I wish Sophie all the best. She's learnt, she's been brilliant, and she wants to take it on, and she's an up and coming young coach who's going to do well, and she works with everyone in the community as well. So I wish Sophie all the very, very best indeed.
Thank you. Well, that's all the questions I had really, and I think you've answered them.
And I think, yeah, and I had to go into, and it's obviously, it's a shame because 2 years being a successful club, and we could have gone on and we could have built up the age groups because it's proven, but I wasn't in it to win trophies, I wasn't in it to say, look, we've got the best teams in the world.
Well, you have won trophies, haven't you?
And the youngsters as well. It was something that was unexpected, to be honest. I wanted to achieve the message to get out there to all grassroots football teams, and that's why I wanted respect onto the kids. But one thing I will tell you is there's a lot of jealousy in grassroots football. And this is teams that I've noticed, because our under-8s, who are going into under-9s next year, we're winning everything, as I just said to you, on the trophies. People get very, very jealous and start to dislike them. So what they want to try and do then is goad them in to making mistakes, to try and get them in to argue with the referee, to make the referee change decisions. It's the jealousy in grassroots football that I can't believe, and I've seen it firsthand over the 2 years again. It's worse than when it was in 2003 when I first started Don't Cross the Line campaign. And if it's not worse, it's basically just balancing out the same thing, and it's wrong. You know, just let the kids play, let the referees go and officiate, end of. And if you're beaten by a better team, there you go. Show applause, respect the other teams as well, and just get on and play the game.
This is what happened last week when I was refereeing for some cup finals. The senior referee came over and he went, "This game isn't well done, you've got so far, congratulations. This isn't a game you're going to win. This is a game you're going to win by playing football." And that's all it is. It's not shouting at the referee.
No.
It's his decision.
And the kids need to develop their skills, and the referee, like yourself, need to develop your skills to go to the next level.
Exactly.
And you're not going to develop them if you've got someone shouting and screaming, and especially coaches, managers as well. You know, this is a message out there. Games should be played in an example as friendliness, and I want to try and instill that into the kids, onto the football pitch, and that's why I run the club. And every one of those players all know about Don't Cross the Line, and a few of them have been in the studio, a few more will come in the studio, and it's kids learning and developing and thinking. But if you went to every one of those kids and say, "What does Mal do with this campaign?" they'll go, "Support the referee." They're learning, it's in the head, and that's why I wanted to get that message at such a young age, to carry it forward into the youth game.
It seems to be working. Do you want to talk about the trophy you've won there, Mal?
Yeah, that is the amazing trophy that our under-8s have won, and that's from the Merseyside Youth Football League, and that is Team of the Season, and that is all about respect. So that, to me, is finishing on a high. Well, it could be even higher tomorrow if we do win this cup, but if we don't, this means everything, and it tells you what Don't Cross the Line has all been about. And we, you know, Stacey Savage and all the committee who watched this from the start of the season, who watched the team, and have turned around and said, "You know what, even the referees have admired you, play great football, and they're very respectful on the sidelines." What a trophy to win, and they give me this.
That's better than winning the cup, winning the league, that.
And that's a memory.
And
they awarded it to me and said, "Take that for your office, I'll always bring this up, Dan, because of what we've achieved for Don't Cross the Line." So yes, it may not be as emotional as Klopp going on Sunday, but it'll be emotional just to know. But I know it's in safe hands, so, and I'll always see the kids, so it's not really.
Yeah, because you go out supporting your grandson.
Yeah.
You see how they're getting on, progressing.
Yeah, and I'll also
Sophie,
keep portraying the message, support that message.
Yeah.
And I'll probably see you one day, Dan,
you're
refereeing and talking on the sidelines, and it gets me out more.
Well, I'll be involved in the Summer League.
You will be in the Summer League as well.
Hopefully get some fixtures week in, week out,
yeah.
See what we can do.
Yeah.
And if I can wear this shirt, I'll be promoting the message myself.
You can wear that shirt, not a problem. They'll be made up to wear that shirt. I know they will. Referees as well, and we'll get some more.
And what I've done, I've got a County FA badge to put right in the middle. Perfect.
You can do that yourself here. You've got a heat press machine. You want to put it on?
I've got one at home, so yeah.
Well, there you go. So that's gonna look the part and support. And if you see Dan out and about as a young referee, support him, because that's what we'll be doing as well on and off the field of play. So I think we've got a couple of minutes now. You wanted to talk about the final week in the Premier League.
And the Women's Super League.
Yeah, it's all going
Final
on.
fixtures so tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the Women's Super League, and that is a title race between Manchester City and Chelsea. And then in the Premier League, you've got the title race between Manchester City and Arsenal.
You're laughing there because you know Liverpool are out of it now, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what it is, see. Dan's a young blue.
See, if
Colin was here now, you'd only be like...
Yeah, it's not my fault you lost the league.
No. I think we lost the league
Selhurst Park.
at Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. It was Anfield. We couldn't score. They beat us. 1-0, we could not
Or
score.
was it at Anfield?
Yeah, it's at Anfield.
Even better.
See, and then we go across the park and they do the same. But Liverpool, over the last 5 games, have not been Liverpool
No,
for
yeah,
some reason.
it's been obvious.
And
I
you
think-
can see it.
Because obviously when early the season Klopp announced his retirement,
Yeah.
it's made Liverpool, we have to win. We have to win for Klopp. And I think, like you said, I think it was quite a while ago now, that they put so much effort into it, they're too tired.
Yep.
They've had Europa League football, they've had FA Cups, Carabao Cups, the league itself.
It has been.
They're all tired, and I think they push themselves brilliantly. They've won games,
Yeah.
they've lost games, they've drew games. But now towards these last couple of games of the season, I think they've dropped it, and I think they're starting to
In the heads, they
in
just
their
said.
head, they're mentally tired.
It just says we
And
can't do
They
anything.
can't do anything more, and I think they push so hard to make Klopp proud. But no matter what the outcome is, I think how long Klopp's been there for now, they have made him proud.
And as an Evertonian, what would you say about Jurgen Klopp? You've seen him
I have.
for the years, and you know, obviously, it's the last time that you probably see
The
him
worst
again
time I
or
think
something.
about it was when we got beat 5-2, but
Yeah. But in his management skills, the way he comes across and what he
it
does,
is, he's brilliant. He is, and I don't think Liverpool are going to be as good as a team as they have been without him.
maybe that's what the worry is with the players as well.
Exactly,
thinking
yeah. And some of them, we still don't know who the future manager's going to be.
No, it's not
People are
being
saying
announced.
Xabi Alonso, people are saying someone from Feyenoord, or I
Well,
believe.
I go back and I remember, it's probably up the heads of the Liverpool fans themselves, but I remember Klopp saying he's got a surprise for them at the end of the year. Now, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And has it all gone very quiet over it, or has Jurgen got a massive, massive surprise? What more could it be?
You don't know.
I don't know.
People are saying Xabi Alonso, yeah, he's an ex-Liverpool player. Personally, for me, no, he's staying at Leipzig. What he's done this season at Leipzig, he's gone 40 games unbeaten.
Would it ever be achieved again?
Maybe not. He's
So,
just
could
set
he
the
say-
he's just overset the record as well.
Because he just say to himself then, I wonder if I could do this at Liverpool.
You're hoping so.
Yeah, well, why not? Because I don't know. I know no one knew anything about Jurgen when he actually come in. Everyone's going, Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Klopp.
Who's this?
Yeah, and what he's done, and how he's got the cities and the banter together, and he adds to banter, to be honest, and he is outspoken, and I think at the end of the year, at the end of Sunday's game, and into the middle of the week, he'll have 2 more things to say, because I don't think he'll come back into football, but he will talk about referees and VAR. He's starting it now, you can hear. He won't be banned, and I think he will be one of these managers, or ex-managers, who will open up and say and tell it how it is. And I think even the Everton fans will go, do you know what, we agree with him
Yeah.
on everything he's done there and said. And I just think that's his surprise. He's just going to come out and say it all. But to Jurgen, good luck to Jurgen. And Everton, I've got a hard game.
I couldn't care what the scoreline is.
That's typical of Everton, isn't
It
it?
is,
Hey,
but we're safe.
see,
If we didn't have our 8 points deduction right now, we would be sitting mid-table in 11th place. You can't doubt what Sean Dyche has done this season. We gave him half a season and he brought us up again. He saved us last game of the season with the Corey goal. And he's got us through this season. Yeah, we've had some shocking results, but we've also had some amazing wins too. No one would have expected Everton to win.
well, do you know what? You know, there's Jurgen doing you a favour, saying, hang on, Everton are struggling here, let's give them the 3 points. We don't want to see them relegated.
No. It's not going to be a Prem season without a Merseyside derby though, is it?
No, it is. We just
Plus
don't
you're
know.
living in our old home.
But the thing is now, we've got problems, haven't we, with Everton over this new ground, over the owners, and let's just hope that balances itself out.
Get sorted as
Because
soon as
you've gone
possible.
through relegation, and now you're
And we
thinking,
get no more points deducted.
well, you don't
Well,
know
they're
what.
changing that to fines apparently.
Yeah, but
There's
they're
so
talking
much
about
stuff
now
going on back behind the
administration
scenes,
over owners, aren't we?
Yeah.
We don't want to see anything like that. We just want to see a brilliant Sunday.
And
I don't want Arsenal
football
or
people
Man City to win the league, but unfortunately one of them's got to do it.
and you can't.
We can't do anything about it.
No.
And I just wish
I
it
do
was
wish.
Liverpool.
I do wish it would be Arsenal though.
Yeah.
Out of the two teams, I think Arsenal.
Well, I just wish Liverpool would have been playing one of them, even though they'd altered it just to the end of the season.
Yeah, last game of the
Last
season.
game, and I just think,
Liverpool City, last game of the season.
oh wow, yeah.
That would have been a game.
Would Man City have wanted that? Not in a million
No.
years. Not in a million years. But I've enjoyed this interview, Dan,
Yeah,
and I thought
thank you.
I thoroughly
Took us
think.
5 years to interview you.
Well, yeah, well there you go, and you've got your questions out, and you've realised. But we're continuing with the work of Don't Cross the Line, so that's good news to the music to your ears once again for the referees, supporting them, and we'll be supporting teams and managers. And we're going to get a few more guests in, and we're talking one you can surprise them if we can get that guest in.
Yeah, give
Be
it
a
a try.
cracker.
Yeah.
For the next couple of weeks. So good luck to all the grassroots football teams, especially our team tonight.
Yeah, good luck to DXL in the final tomorrow and in their new chapter at Jennings Football Academy. Hopefully Wayne doesn't miss any sessions.
No, he probably will. You know what Wayne's like. But we'll get him in here as well. That's a guest.
Better
And we can
get him
say,
in here, yeah.
how's your club going?
Yeah,
And he can talk football all day.
there you
I'm
go.
sure there'll be a red card there for him somewhere along the line. But he's admitted he wants to follow Don't Cross the Line. He loves the concept of everything that we do. And many clubs out there as well. If you should be following Don't Cross the Line and supporting each other on the playing field. So if you've got any messages, anything you wanted to say to me, mal@don'ttexttheline.com, get involved with us, and we'll have 1 or 2 managers in here that you could interview as well. Maybe referees that you've got the questions to. I think that'd be a cracker for you there, Dan.
Yeah, thank
So,
you.
I think you should close the show off now.
Okay.
You've got your little...
I've got my remote, so thank you Mal, great interview.
Thank you.
As we say, good luck to the under 7s tomorrow, is
Under
it?
sevens it is,
Under 7s tomorrow and their new chapter. Good luck to Sophie going on with their journey, and a good luck to Ben in your GCSEs.
And we'll see all the lads next week, hopefully,
Next week, yeah.
on the Young Commentators Show.
Again, once again.
Yeah.
So it's good night from me, Dan.
And good night from me, Mal, and I'll see you tomorrow around about 7 o'clock, and
Yeah.
God bless.
Thank you.